played a better basketball game. We didn't give them a chance to. Early on, we played pretty well, and then once they took the lead, you're just hoping that we can make a run and get those guys involved, because they really would have been beneficial to us down the stretch. And unfortunately, we weren't able to, after we made that run in the second half, to continue it. We got to stop. Our young man couldn't get a rebound right in his hands. He drops it, they score, come down, they hit another three, and all of a sudden, instead of being down maybe 8 or 7, 6, whatever, they're back in 14, 16-point range, and that was tough right there. Well, it's when you look at them, it's obvious. Yeah. They're all so much bigger, and that's where we are is the program right now. We're not able and don't have that size yet, and it's just the maturation process that you have to go through when you make this transition. So that's what it is. I mean, you look at, they have 5, 6 seniors that play a majority of minutes. Those guys are so big and long, and that's what Division I is. Really good basketball, and they've beaten 3 or 4 BCS schools already. They're a tremendous basketball club, and there's very little margin for error. And we've lived and died with penetration and some other things, and they really made us have to make great decisions all night long when we did things, and we didn't. We have some young men who didn't understand where the ball needed to go at times. But yes, we want. Can it be a year or two? No, because we're not going to get those size kids yet, just because where we are. But is it what needs to happen here? What's going to be upsetting to me is that they're such a really good basketball team. If they get upset in the conference tournament and don't get to go to that NCAA tournament, it would be disappointing, and it wouldn't be fair to them, because they're really good and they've beaten a number of teams. They lost to Texas by 2, had a shot to win it, and that 1-bit, 2-bit stuff. But those guys shouldn't have to sit out the NCAA tournament because they don't win our conference tournament, because somebody may have played a couple minutes better than them during that. They're that good. Yes, they could do Florida Gulf Coast, what they do. Well, what I think we have to do is look at the film and go, fellas. I talked to them at their locker room. I told our young kids, this is what a good basketball team does. They execute, they communicate, they don't make mistakes defensively on switching. They execute offensively, they're constantly moving, and they constantly find their teammates, and they make plays. And so sometimes you have to get your tail ends whooped to get better, and we did by a really good basketball team. And when we walked out of the locker room, it has to be over, but we have to get better from it and then figure out a way to win on Saturday. I think they were harder to guard than North Carolina, than Kentucky. They may not be as athletic at spots, but heck, the way they screen, move, and they're so well schooled because they've played together so long, and they just understand where each other are going to be on the floor. And they've got probably the best player in the conference. It's a point guard. When you have a point guard that's the best player in the conference, he's going to get you places, and he does a tremendous job not only scoring, distributing, running the club, and he's got tremendous size that allows him to play very calmly and just get things done for his teammates.
I feel like I just hit the shots that were open at the point in time that I got them, and coach just kept stressing the fact that we had to move the ball and cut harder. So when I got my open shots, the majority of them were off of cutting hard and moving the ball, coming off ball screens and being aggressive. So I feel like that pretty summed up my night.